Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off in the Cheam, Banstead, Sutton area, and we're just going to be heading down the A217, and we've got quite a bit of time before the first incident here, and it gives me a chance to tell you about the new format of this channel that I've just decided on. Really, it's about the viewers compilations. I'm not going to do a whole video of viewers compilations no more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them into my normal shite, and you'll be in there as well. So just to break it up a little bit, and I will be putting my own little twist on it and commenting if it needs to. If I need to have a little comment on it, if it's unclear sometimes what's going on. So every now and then I will stick 3 or 4 clips maybe on one of my normal videos. Today there will be some on there. And anyone that wants to stay anonymous, I just won't put a name up on the screen. You'll know that it's not mine because at the bottom of my screen here you can see London Dash. So if it hasn't got London Dash, it's not me. Now I know I keep going on about we've got the oldest audience on YouTube here, but we have got one youngster. Her name is Layla, and she will be on here a little bit later. She's got autism as well, and what she's doing is an impression of me, and she does it quite well. So that's coming up a little bit later. Now, one of the questions I keep getting asked is, why don't you like Audis and cyclists? What happens if Audi made bicycles? Well, they don't have to really, do they? Because this Audi here identifies as a bike, obviously. And I don't dislike Audis. Oh no, I actually like them. I actually think that they are really nice cars, really nice shapes, and they perform really well. It's just the drivers I'm not that keen on, that's all. And if you are an Audi driver, then it doesn't apply to you if you're a good driver, does it? I'm a professional driver, and I can't stand them neither, because they're bloody useless. And the one thing I will say about this bicycle next to me here, it is indicating, which is quite rare. So with that said and done, let's crack on with the normal stuff now, shall we? So now we're coming up to the mad mile, and as a lot of people have said to me, it's not quite a mile. They've measured it and done everything else, and it's not quite a mile. It's close enough, but as most of you know, it's a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. We have an Audi. We have an Audi in the outside lane. 35 miles an hour. Getting up to 40 miles an hour. Mr. Audi is still in the outside lane. 43 miles an hour in a 60, and the Audi is still in the outside lane. Getting to the dizzy speeds of 50 miles an hour, and the Audi is still in the outside lane. Always an Audi. Remaining at 50 miles an hour. And the reason it's turning right 1 mile down the road, almost 1 mile the mad mile is. And if you didn't get what that clip was about, it was just about road management, and that Audi driver obviously has no road management whatsoever. So now in this clip we are looking at a cyclist that is waiting at a red light. Yeah, waiting at a red light. Over there he is. But he must have seen me, must have realised who I am, because he's doubled back and driving down the wrong side of the road to cross the road and go down a no entry. They just do what the hell they want, don't they? Now, forget him for the second. We're looking at the motorbike now. There he is. Look where his stop line is. Look at my traffic lights. He must have a red, surely. Well, that would have been a red. That would have definitely been a red. So now we're back on the cyclist. Where the hell is that cyclist going? Where the hell is that cyclist going? It come out of there, and there it is over there, that's about to enter the dual carriageway where it shouldn't. Just because they will not stop at red lights. So we're coming up to another bunch of cyclists. Selfish cyclists. I don't care what you say, this is selfish. They're allowed to ride 2 abreast. What about 3s and 4s? And what about when you're about to overtake them, they ride on the hatch marking as well. Now I know I've said it before, but they really do want their cake and eat it, don't they, these cyclists? Now cyclists and a lot of other people actually say that it's safer to ride two abreast. But what about a road like this? Would you be riding two abreast like this? You can't see round bends, you can see how slow I'm going. Now, as we come round this bend, there, I can see a cyclist, but he's got a cyclist next to him. That cyclist is out of my view. So that's obviously not a safer way to do cycling down a road like this, is it, by going two abreast? Stick to one side down a road like this, I would say. Now, are cyclists classed as vehicles when they're on the road? Answers on a postcard. As you can see up here, the sign says oncoming vehicles. Give way to oncoming vehicles, which is why I asked the question. This is me coming back the other way. And as you can see, the sign says I have priority over oncoming vehicles. Now, including them two cyclists that aren't going to wait at their give way lines there. Now that bike looks far too big for her as well. So they're proper cyclists, aren't they, them two? Now that wasn't a problem for me, but it was for the car behind. The car behind had to wait for them. Now that shouldn't happen. They're supposed to be waiting for that car, if they are classed as a vehicle. So now we're going to start off with a bit of viewers compilation. We're going to start off with Layla, and as I said, I think she's doing an impression of me.
This car is in the yellow box junction. It's stopped in the yellow box junction. What an idiot. We have an Audi on the yellow box junction right here. So I think the Audi should be a little bit there. Always an Audi! Over here, we have a tap that's blocking our path. So, alright then. Thank you. This is a car, it has no number. I mean, that's... With indicators on, seriously. Oh, now you open your stuff out there. Wow, that's just... Right here, we have a car, but the way it's parked, it's a bit shit. Such in the wheel.
Next time you do that, I'll sit in it. Like...
Guess what it is, guys? It's a German car.
Now in this next clip, they wanted to be anonymous and there was no sound on this. Now, as you can see, there's an Audi that's got give way lines there, but it's not that keen on giving way because, well, it's an Audi driver, isn't it? The text on the screen isn't mine neither. And as we go to the rear camera, you'll know why we struggled to actually stop. Because we got a trailer on the back of it. And then you got these three people on the left-hand side here, just come out from the funny farm by the looks of him anyway. And they seem to be egging on the Audi driver. I think they probably know her. And as you can see, we got a boat on the back here. And then we got this thing. Yep, the self-entitled Audi driver that has already pulled out on this guy and then decides to have a go. She should have spent a little bit more money on her education rather than buying that car and them fun bags, because she kicks the boat. That must have hurt. She only had sandals on, but then it is an Audi driver. You know what they're like. And if you don't know what they're like, I'm going to show you the evolution of man, or in this case, woman. And the Audi driver is still all the way back there, dragging their knuckles on the floor. And obviously you've got the BMWs and the Merc drivers a little bit further up, not far up in front though. And you've got the food delivery guys all the way back there. And the professional drivers around there. And the Kia is all the way down there, obviously. That's going to go down well, isn't it? Now, obviously, we got another viewer's clip here who wanted to stay anonymous again. That you can see there's a P on the back of their windscreen there. So we've just come off a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit and we're going down to 20. So what do? You slow down, don't you, to go to 20 miles an hour. And a lot of people don't like it. I do personally struggle at 20 miles an hour, and I prefer it if someone's in front of me is doing it, because I do struggle doing it. But this one is very impatient, and look at the road markings there, what it's overtaken on. As you can see, it's 20 miles an hour, the signs are there. And it always looks a lot slower from the front camera for some reason. When you go to the rear camera, it always looks like you're going faster. So that is not great overtaking, especially when you can see that they got a P on the back of the car as well. And the reason I struggle doing 20 miles an hour on these roads is because I've been driving these roads for 35 years and they've always been 30. Some geezer in a suit changes his mind and puts 20, and we all got to adjust. Now, answers on a postcard for this one. As you can see, the bus is flashing like crazy. This is a 20 mile an hour speed limit. We've still got the P on the back of the car here, and God knows what it's doing. I don't know. It's flashing again, and we're on a 20, and it looks to me like we're doing about 20 miles an hour, because going by the last clip of how much faster it looked from the rear camera than what it does when you go to the front. But what is he flashing for? And he's got a bus stop to go into as well. Like, did he want us to move out of the way or what? I'm confused. Not for the first time. So we're back with me driving now. I'm dropping someone off at this golf course. So is this car in front. We both drop off in very different ways. He hardly indicated there. He gave 2 flashes before actually going round. So I don't think he was going to indicate at all if he didn't see me there. Now, there's very different ways to drop people off anywhere. I've not been here before, so I've got no local knowledge of this golf course. So all I'm going to do is follow the arrows. And common sense tells me that my passengers want to be dropped off at the buildings. They don't want to be dropped off in the car park miles away from anywhere. So I'm going to stay close to the buildings, as close as I can. He's following the arrows, the guy in front of me, but so am I, going that way because I want to stay close to the buildings. But if you watch him, he's cutting through spaces, he's going the wrong way, and the arrows are facing the complete opposite way, and he gets in the way where I want to be dropping him off because he's a bloody numpty. 2 different ways of how to drop someone off. So now it's petrol head moment for you. We got 3 cars coming up. We got one coming up just now. Look at the size of that back wheel. How much are them tyres going to cost you? Again, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to tell me exactly what that is, because I am absolutely clueless at these sort of things. I really am. I haven't got a clue what cars are. And now we got one that tried to hide from me. It tried to hide behind the bollards there. Look, it's so small, it almost did hide behind the bollards. And I couldn't even get a good shot from the rear camera because of the bollards. But that was teeny. That really was small. Now we go from a teeny one to a huge one. It's right up there in the distance. As I'm going over Carshalton Ponds here, I do catch it up because it is struggling to get over these speed bumps. I'm not sure whether it's the exhaust or it could be the gearbox. I'm not sure, because there is something quite big hanging down from the centre of the car that it has to take the speed bumps right smack in the middle, as in go over both bumps at the same time and leave the middle empty. It's like a little pickup truck, but this thing hasn't picked anything up before in its life, I bet, because it is immaculate. Unfortunately, I never get to go round it, so you can't see the front of it. But we do get to see the side of it in a second when we hit the roundabout up here. And he does a left here and I go straight on, and so you get to see the side of it, but that's about it. That's nice. I like that. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.